Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's going on guys? Evilroy94 back again with another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider Build-A-Figure wave of Spider-Man. This is Doc Ock. Make sure you guys check out the link down below. It takes you guys to Big Bad Toy Store where you guys can order yourself a set of these figures in case you guys were interested. So here is the front of the box. We see Doc Ock. This is the 2 per case of the wave, which is nice because a lot of people want this figure. And he also does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece that I know of. No, he does not. So the tentacles all there are for him. And that's it. So the back of the box, as you can see, shows the rest of the wave. We have 6 figures to complete the Build-A-Figure with 7 figures in total, including Doc Ock. And then there's a picture of him back here. The read-up does read, Otto Octavius gears up with 4 mechanical tentacled appendages as the evil genius Doc Ock. And there you go. So let's get him out of the box and check him out. And there we have Otto Octavius out of the box, and it looks like we are getting a new sculpt. I don't recall seeing this on any other figures, so I do believe this is a brand new sculpt just for Doc Ock here, and I think it looks great. It fits his body perfectly, and this is just a very nice classic looking Doc Ock that we've been needing because we haven't gotten one in many years. So he does come with the tentacles or the tendrils or whatever, and they are bigger than I thought they would be. So his only accessories will be this. So there's the curled ones like this, and they're not bendable in case you guys are wondering. And then there's some S-shaped ones here, which are a little bit longer. There you can see the sculpt on the tentacles, and it's just a great plastic. They didn't add details or wash or any paint to it, but it's okay. It doesn't look that bad. We do get some paint right here on the claw, and these claws are on a ball joint, so they do swivel and they go around and they do remove. So just pops right back in, and then the same goes for all of them. So unfortunately they don't bend. It would have been amazing if they would have given us bendable tendrils, but that's not the case. And just looking at how that looks all together there, and it really shows how big these tentacles are, how long they are. And I went ahead and put the S-shaped ones on the bottom as it shows on the back of the box, and then they have the curled ones on the top. I'm sure you can swap them out whichever way you would like, so that's the good thing about this here. So right now we got the 2 long ones down here. They're going to be hitting the floor. You can kind of twist them up and they'll hang for a little bit, but then they'll droop down over time. They're just a little bit too heavy. And here I swapped his left side tentacles with the bottom and top. So I got the S-shaped one on top now, and that's how that looks. And here's the other side's tentacles swapped. So now I got the longer ones on the top and then the curled shorter ones on the bottom there. So you can play around with it however you would like. I'm sure we can get a shorter one up top here and then a long one here, and then the other one's kind of like crisscrossing. Whichever way you like. They all connect into the same peg hole. They're all the same size. There's not any mandatory positioning for the tentacles. Alright, so up close we have Doc Ock, and he's got glasses that are molded on, so they cannot get removed, but you can slide them up a little bit and you can kind of see his eyes underneath. So they did go ahead and give him some eyes, so you can kind of position it like that, and it still works like that. You just can't completely take it off unless you really pull it apart. I'm sure you can, but it's not meant to come off. And I do like the face expression they did give us here. Looks pretty good. I like the hair. The hair came out very nicely. Here's the back of the hair. I just like how they executed that right there. And everything else is just pretty much just green and yellow here. I do like the sculpt on this new body on his suit. Seeing the ripples on his attire here looks very nice. And the yellow and green just came out very nicely. There's a little silver on the back for the tentacles, and that's it. So we're going to get a head swivel. Moves left and right. He's not going to move up too much. It's gonna pop off if I keep going, but that's how high he goes. And then low, he looks down this much, which isn't too bad, I guess. The arms do go forward and back, they go in and out. We got a bicep swivel, we have a double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist with a hinge. Then we do get a diaphragm joint that swivels very nicely, and then we do get a crunch forward. You can see how much that goes because there is a gap there, and then we can crunch back, and then if you go too far you do see another gap there. So but there is lots of range of motion there, so I like that. And then the T-jointed legs go forward and back, they go in and out right there. Thigh swivels, double jointed knees bend very nicely. We have a shin swivel, an ankle hinge, and then our traditional ankle pivot. It does look like mine has a slight paint bleeding onto the cheek. Some of the teeth paint went on to his upper lip there. So a little bit of an issue there on my particular figure, but overall everything else looks pretty clean. Now we're going to take a look at some size comparisons here. We're going to put them next to the Jim Lee Wolverine Tiger Stripe from the Apocalypse wave and the Sabretooth from the same wave. And you can see how he's pretty much the same height as Wolverine, which is cool. And then we do get Sabretooth towering over both of them. So, you know, Doc Ock's a short, chubby dude, so I think they got the height very nicely done. And he's a dwarf next to Apocalypse. So in a way, I still really wish we did get bendy wires, because what if I want to bend this more, you know, out like this? We're kind of stuck with this here, and this one's a little bit more spread out, but then if I want to get them like this, I can't do that because they don't bend. And then these guys don't even look straightforward. If I wanted them to all look straightforward, I can't do that either. So that's where I really do wish we did get bendy wires. I don't think it's that big of an expense to give us that, but I don't know, I don't work for them. It's also worth noting that the tentacles do make him a little back heavy, so when you're trying to pose him like this, for instance, with his knees bent, he's going to be falling back. So right now I actually got one of the tentacles holding him upright, so if not, I can move this and he's going to fall back. So he's going to be back heavy. Oh, well, as I was speaking about it, there you go. So he doesn't really stand well when you're trying to pose him dynamically with the tentacles. Right guys, so that does it for my review of the Marvel Legends Doc Ock from the Spider-Man Spider Build-A-Figure wave. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you have not done so already. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.